Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this Teachmeet of the Mentoring course of the European School Academy. My name is Nair Carrera, and I'm one of the moderators of this course, along with my colleagues Ben and Anna, who is also here. Hi, Anna.
Hello, everybody, and nice to meet you on this Teacher Meet.
Perfect. So before we start, we're going to ask you to mute your microphone so that we don't hear any background noise, and we will do the same with ours. If you have any question during this Teachmeet, please post them in the chat, and Anna and me will be gathering those during the webinar, and we will ask those at the speakers at the end of the presentation. With the first speaker, Elena, if it's possible for you to ask any question that you may have for her at the beginning. So after her presentation, if you have any question for her, please write it down because she may need to leave in advance. Also, just so that you know, the Teachmeet will be recorded. It's being recorded at the moment. So if you need to leave before, no worries, because we will share the recording afterwards in the relevant section of the course. So, as you know, a Teachmeet is an informal way of sharing ideas or best practices, lesson plans, resources, and in this case, we have very good speakers today with us. We are very happy and very glad to have you here. So we've got Elena Betsy from Bologna. Ciao, Elena. Hola. Elena?
Yeah, here I am. Hi, everybody. Hola, ciao, bonjour,
Cornelia.
whatever.
Romania.
Hello, nice to meet you all.
Hello, we've got Christina as well from Romania, from Caracal. I don't know if the pronunciation is correct.
Hello, everybody.
We've got Petra from Czech Republic. Hi, Petra.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
And we've got Anna also there from Italy.
Hello,
Anna, hi, Anna.
Thank you so much for organizing this Teachmeet, Nair.
There is also another speaker who is Monica Giasanti. She cannot be here today with us, but she has prepared a good presentation and also a video, so we will be sharing the video at the end of the Teachmeet so that everybody get the chance to present and to exchange with each other. So I think if all the speakers are ready, I think we can start. Elena, you will be the first one. Are you ready to go? I'll move the...
Yeah, I'm
you
here.
wanna share
Okay.
Do you want to share your screen? Or just move your slide?
Okay, yeah.
Whatever you prefer.
Well, I can share my screen. I had just added a slide about me,
Okay,
but it doesn't matter. I can introduce myself anyway. And
yeah, share your screen. And for the audience, if you have any question for Elena, please start writing them in the chat now so we can ask her the questions at the end of her presentation. Okay? Okay. And without further ado, I think we can start.
So,
good luck to all.
okay, so please tell me if you see my screen.
Yes.
I don't know if you... Okay, so first of all, good afternoon to everybody. I'm very happy and I'd like to thank all of you for this opportunity that you gave me to share ideas with you and the experience of being a mentor in Italy and in my school. So, first of all, this is me. I'm Elena, as I said. I'm a teacher of Spanish, so please forgive my poor English because I'm used to speak Italian or Spanish, so English is not my first language. Well, I teach Spanish in an upper secondary school in Bologna. My school is the most ancient school here in Bologna, and it dates from 1861, the year of the unity of Italy. So we are very proud of that. I teach to students who are from 14 to 19 years old, and they do speak English and French and Spanish and Italian, of course. Well, just to begin, the idea was when I started this course, thinking about mentoring and being mentor, working with mentees. Well, I felt a little bit like this duck. I was a little bit confused or puzzled, but I have to say that this course helped me a lot to think about and to deepen into these concepts. And the first ideas came to me during module 1, and the quotation from Steven Spielberg giving them the opportunity to create themselves. So the idea of giving the opportunity to a mentee to find him or her way, or his teaching, or something like that. So that's why I wrote in the forum a sort of decalogue. I called it Hint and Tips Decalogue for a perfect mentoring. And the first ideas that came to my mind were ideas related to attitude and character. I mean, I thought that to be a good mentor, we have to be good persons, honest, welcoming, positive, with positive attitude, and in a way and in a word, be also lifelong learning teachers. I borrowed this expression from a good friend of mine, Laura Maffei. She's a teacher here in Italy. She is also an eTwinning ambassador. And the idea is, if you are engaged, you are involved in a mentoring process, it's because you are willing to learn, and you're really a lifelong learning teacher. And the second idea I had is that that your mentee has a lot to teach you. Yes, of course, we have a lot to share and to teach to our mentees, but we are given a great opportunity to learn a lot from them. And mentoring is also a great opportunity that is given to us to improve our teaching. Because mentees will keep us forever young. They are new at school, but they also have new ideas, fresh ideas. They could have a divergent point of view, so we'll have a lot to learn from them. And to learn from them, I think that one of the best attitudes is that try to avoid any attitude of superiority or authority. I always try to avoid expressions like "you have to," "you should," "look at me and you will be okay." So try to have a positive, to be positive, as I said before. And the last tip is that bear in mind that your mentee could be a mentor someday, and he or she will remember you. I wrote that because I always remember what my two mentors did with me at the beginning of my career. When I started teaching, I had two wonderful teachers, colleagues, Barbara and Renata, and they really helped me a lot. And if ever I'm a good teacher, I know that I have to thank them, to give them a million of thanks for all that they taught me and what they helped me. So these were my first ideas during Module 1, but afterwards it came modules 2 and 3, and in these modules I deepened, I thought more deeply about other ideas, and the decalogue reduced to a pentalogue, if I can say that, and I came to 5 main ideas that are really important for me. The first one is never alone, because too often at school we feel alone. I don't know if in other countries, but in Italy, teachers sometimes feel alone. So don't do things alone. And although I'm the official mentor, I always try to involve my colleagues. As I said, I teach Spanish, and I have involved my two colleagues of Spanish in this task or in this job of being mentor. And as a consequence of doing it together, the second idea is share. Sharing, there's a quotation, sharing is caring, but I think it's really true, because I know that share is really important, sharing what I've done and what I'm doing, but also what the mentee has done and what he is doing. And the same idea of sharing is also related with the idea of involving students. I've got really good students in the meaning of they are willing to help. So, as I said before, as a mentee can bring new and fresh ideas, the same, my students can help me to focus on some aspects that perhaps I have discarded, and they can bring a divergent point of view. They can focus on some aspects, some different aspects, because they are young. They pay attention to other things. As a colleague, I can focus on some teaching aspects, but they are often they often pay attention to some character or attitude aspects that are also really, really important. And again, plan something together with your mentee. It could be an activity with your classes. You can do it together with the two classes together, or you can do it individually. Why not an e-twinning project, or if you don't have any time, just an e-twinning activity? But it's something that can help you to reinforce trust and a good relationship, and also can help you to gather and discuss later about results or about also issues, or gather further ideas. So my main idea is do things together. And to sum up all what I've said so far, here you see a picture, a slide with some pictures, and my keywords. My keywords that are the same words that we have seen during the three modules, but there are words that I believe they really help me. Trust, friendship, respect, passion, and informal attitude, of course. And here you can see my favorite mentee, Lucia, and the funny thing is that Lucia has been my first student when I came to Laura Bassi, to my school, 20 years ago. So it's really a special relationship that I've got with her. And here you can see Lucia with my two colleagues, Donatella and Luisa, my two colleagues of Spanish. That's me, and these are two of my students, and it's a sort of representative of the whole class and my helpful students. And last but not least, this picture is this man is Mimmo. He is a barman at a cafe. This cafe we often go there not only to have a break. Yes, of course we need some breaks, but also to discuss about our personal and professional things, aspects. And at the end, the WhatsApp group that we've got together with Donatella, Lucia, and Luisa. So I don't know if I I explained a little bit my idea of being mentors, and yeah, I'm really curious about Module 4 that has opened today. I can't wait to learn something more. And once more, thanks a lot for this opportunity to share and to give and to explain our ideas about mentoring. So thanks a lot again, and forgive me for my
No way. Thanks to you, Elena. Thank you very much for this very interesting presentation. I'm asking in the chat if somebody has a question for you. Let's see if they post any question. In the meantime, no questions.
Long list of compliments, Elena. Very good presentation. Yes. Bravo, thanks, and so on, but no particular question as far as I can see.
Okay, so I can stay here just some minutes more, and then I have to go to evaluation. So I'm at school now, and when Luisa calls me, I'll have to leave you and to go. So
we'll share the presentation, Elena, so it will be okay. Okay, thank you very much again. Grazie mille, muchas gracias.
Maybe you can switch off your video cam. Maybe?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Cornelia,
hello. Can you hear me now? Is it okay?
Yes.
The sound?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Perfectly.
Hello, everyone.
Up to you. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Sorry I have no picture on my first slide, but I was very busy today. We are before the finishing school ceremony, and everything is crazy here. So, but here I am. You have my picture on the screen, and who am I? You have a few words about me. What is most important thing in this Teachmeet is that I've been a mentor for 10 years now, but I think I was a mentor from the first day when I started teaching, because we used to have to take care to very young students, 14, 15 years, who are attending pedagogical school. So mentoring started very early for me. Now, I started my presentation with the past. Why? I was invited to participate in this Teachmeet because I post some ideas on the question of the week. You know that challenge, because it is a challenge that Nair and Anna are posting in the forum every week in the course, mentoring course. And one of the questions was about the relation with my mentor. But what is, and I think a lot of teachers had the same situation as myself, I did not have any mentor. I started teaching very early. I was only 17 when I went to school at the 1st September 1985. And I turned on 18 at the beginning of October, so I was really young. So no mentor, just bossy colleagues who supervised the other teachers. What means that we had a colleague. My head mistress told her that she had to be with her eyes upon us, because we were two beginning teachers at that time. And I remember I was very scared, not because I was pretty sure I didn't know anything about teaching, because school is giving you some tools, but it doesn't give you any practice. And it doesn't give you any tips on teaching, and it doesn't give you any confidence. So I was really scared in a way, and what was very, very scary too was that in my class were 47 students at the time. Small students, 6 years old, and they were really willing to learn. But what I tried to do, because I wanted to be a good teacher, I found support in one experienced colleague who was very, very nice, very open-minded, very good, a very good person. As Elena said, it's very, very important to be a good person when you are a mentor. And she really wanted to give help. So, I promised myself, and here are my 5 top promises. I will listen to, but I will trust my gut, because it's very, very important to listen everything, but to trust yourself and your feelings firstly, in my opinion. I will watch other teachers teach, and I started to watch them, even not for whole lessons, but for part of them, and for some specific moments of the lessons, and so on. I will prepare my lessons every day, and I remember, and I still have my books and my notebooks where I wrote down everything I found very useful and very nice and very good for students and to be used in my career and my lessons. I will expect to make hideous mistakes. That was very, very difficult because, you know, sometimes adults are not very keen and very open to accept their own mistakes. But that is very important, because when you accept you are making mistakes, you are on the good way, because then you are ready to improve your way, your behavior, and so on. And I will not make comparisons. This is very important too, because no one is like no one. And I think you know what I mean. Everyone is different, and everyone has his or her way of behaving, of teaching, of course. And now, in the present, you have here a photo of my students with 2 of my mentees. So, as I told you, I have been mentoring for more than 10 years now, so I try to be active listener. This is very important too, in my opinion, because when the mentees are coming to you, they are not very open in the speaking, because what I know, they don't trust themselves. But when they are speaking, they speak very important things. So you have to be an active listener and try to catch up their thoughts and their feelings and try to help them. Dedicated to success. What I mean that it doesn't mean that I want every time to win a prize or to be the first, but it is very important in a teaching career to go to success, to find the success and to look for it, because success means, in my opinion, the future, because when you are a successful teacher, your students would be successful adults later. Then, be responsible, respectful, and ready. And I think I don't have to talk too much about those things. But what means ready? Ready for helping, ready for being an example, ready even to find solution, ready to give tips of advice, and so on. Then, open-minded. It's very important to be open-minded, because, as you know, everything is changing so quick. We are living in a strange and crazy world, in a very, very furious and huge change every year. For example, now in my 30 years career of teaching, I remember I changed 5 times now the curriculum and the way of teaching. So this is pretty, I don't know how to say. You get used to teaching one way and then they change the curricula. So it's really, so you have to be open-minded and you have to learn all the time. That's why I'm doing this course, for example, now. And I'm doing a lot of courses every month, and I can't remember how many I have been doing on my teaching years. Then set expectation in the very beginning. So you have to have a set of expectations for making your future plan. Last slide, because I think, I am very good with the time, because of what I understood we have 7 minutes, so I think I'm okay. Before I'm saying to you thank you and good luck, there are 2 of my answers in the forum. I always encourage the mentees to share their thoughts and I pay attention to their needs. Never begin a conversation with I or no. They need to trust, and trust can be built if you have a partner, not a servant. This is very important, because sometimes good teachers, the teachers who have a career on their back, and they used to be the master in the class. So if you want to be a good mentee, never ever behave like a master. Then, in my opinion, I think mentor and mentees is essential to share the same vision on education, because many times they do not work in the same school, and different schools means most of times different vision. It depends on the culture of the organization. Anyway, even they do not share it, they have to find a way to be a team, because they always have to go on together. And thank you very much for your attention, and I would like to thank to my mentees, because they inspired me. I tried to invite some of them, but they're in the middle of exams, so sorry for not having any of them here, and good luck to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Cornelia. That was great. Okay, if you have any question for Cornelia, you can maybe ask them in the chat, and then we will install the questions at the end of the Teachmeet. Okay, Christina, are you good to go?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck. And Cornelia, in the meantime, if you can just switch off your camera so that the connection works a bit better, that will be
okay.
Okay. So is this yours, right, Christina?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes?
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hello everybody, my name is Cristina Nicolaița. I am from Caracal in the south of Romania, and I teach students 12 to 15 years old. I am a science and IT teacher and an eTwinning and Scientix ambassador. I was never a formal mentor, and I have never had a formal mentor, because in Romania this is not happening for teachers. But I had people who I get inspiration from. And when I started my presentation for today, I asked myself, what does it mean to be a mentor? There are a lot of infographics and acronyms on the internet, but I like this one very much because along with managing the relationship, encouraging response to the mentee's need, this is what I think it is the most important. Because I think a mentor doesn't encourage a mentee to become like himself or herself. A mentor should help a mentee to develop to a better teacher. And then I asked myself, what type of mentor am I? What type of mentor are you? Do you recognize yourself in these pictures? Because I must confess, I can see myself in any of these pictures at some point. Because a mentor should adapt his style to the level of development and to the level of maturity of the mentee, and asking myself about the people who most inspired me, what do they have in common. It was this model I found out about recently, the situational leadership, which is known also as an organized common sense, because we alternate this teaching, training, coaching, mentoring to the level of maturity of our mentees. The 4 development levels our mentees go through start from a low competence and a high commitment. It is at the beginning of every new activity. Everybody is very enthusiastic. They don't know that they don't know. It can apply to any activity like learning to drive. So in this first stage, we don't know that we don't know. At the second level, to low or some competence, after the first bumps on the road, the first problem, we experience some low commitment. Our mentees are a little discouraged, and we have to approach in a different way. And then these 3 levels, moderate to high competence but variable commitment, because they know that they at the second level they know that they don't know, and at the third they don't know that they already know a lot. Last level before high competence and high commitment is the level where the mentor should step back and let the mentee to grow, and we have the 4 leadership styles, which correspond to the 4 levels of mentee's development. Directive behavior or supportive behavior that should be alternate for the 4 levels. So for the first one, they need a directive style with high directive and low supportive behavior. Then a coaching one, a supportive one, supporting one, and the delegating one when our mentee are already experienced in what they do. Situational leadership in mentoring is this model I thought about The 4 stages, the prescriptive stage, even Cornelia mentioned before, we set the boundary condition, confidentiality, sorry. Then the persuasive stage, collaborative stage, and confirmative stage. At this point, we should decide if we continue the mentoring or we stop if our objectives are already attained. And this is what I think it is very important in mentor-mentee relationship: continuous follow-up and feedback, report back on experiences, positive reinforcement, get to know each other, keep focus on growth and accomplishment, reevaluate the relationship periodically, look at the objectives and change them if the scope, if the continuation is desired. Thank you very much, and I'm waiting for your questions.
Thank you very much, Christina. Very nice, very interesting. If you have any question for Christina, please write them in the chat. And in the meantime, we'll go to the next speaker. Petra, are you ready?
I think I am.
Okay, so if you're good to go, good luck.
Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Petra Boháčková and I am a deputy headmaster in a school which is called Basic School of Dr. Beneš. The school is located in the suburb of Prague. Prague is the capital city of the Czech Republic. In our school you can find 1,000 students and their age is from 6 to 15 years old. They are from 6 to 15 years old. I teach physics, English and environmental education, and I am also evening ambassador. Currently I am being trained to be a mentor in a course which is face-to-face course, and it is in our school. And from this course, I know a fantastic tool which a mentor can use, and this is what is my presentation about. It's about balance wheel as a tool of a mentor.
Sorry to interrupt, Petra. Can you speak a little bit more loud, because they are saying in the chat that they cannot hear you very well. So if you could speak a little bit.
Is this better? I hope. Shall I do something? Okay. So, how to create a balance wheel? First phase is very easy. You draw a wheel and then you draw slices, like pizza slices. What is perfect, I think, in my opinion, what is perfect on balance wheel is that you can choose how many slices, how many parts of the balance wheel you want to have. Okay, so here I created 8 slices, but you can do more or less. Then you choose which activities you would like to assess. It's up to you. It's up to you which activities you choose, and again I think it's fine. I created in this presentation, for example, an activity: I plan my lessons effectively, or I can communicate with pupils friendly. And then you choose more and more activities, and if you don't want to have all 8 slices fulfilled, you don't have to. Okay, second part or next part of phase 1 is to decide how good you are in the chosen activities. The full slice means 10, like I'm perfect in it. Then you just draw a part of the slice. You can see, for example, I plan my lessons effectively. I think that I do it a bit less than 5 than 50%. It's my opinion, it's my decision again. How good am I in the activity? Next phase. I think this is the phase which is quite tricky, because you have to write down the proofs. Why do you think that you can communicate with pupils friendly and you are quite good at it? You have to write down the proofs, what you think that you do if you communicate with pupils friendly. Then you should think and write down, how do pupils know that you communicate with them friendly? How do other people know that you communicate with pupils friendly? How do parents know that you communicate with pupils friendly? This is, I think, because I was trying it, I had it like a homework, and it was not easy. It takes some time. It can take a week, because you have to think about all the parts, because you have to think about all views of the activity. How do the other people know that you do it? It can happen that while you are writing down the proofs, that you can change your mind and you can say, I do this, 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 and this. They know it, and I am really very good in communication with pupils friendly. So I change number 9 to number 10, and I say, okay, I am fine with this part. Okay, next phase is phase number 3. You, as a mentor, can come to your mentee, and he or she will show you the balance wheel, and then you together, or the mentee, can choose which part he would like to work on. And then you can plan a change together, or of course he or she can plan it without you, and then tell you that he would like to be better in this part. What I think is tricky also is that this wheel is called balance wheel. So first I thought that I have to have in all slices ideally 10, or if not 10, let's say number 9. But it's not true. It's up to you, or up to the mentee, or up to the person who creates balance wheel, which part he or she would like to work on. Maybe it is the part with the lowest number, or maybe he or she decides that the part with the lowest number is not important these days for him or her, and he or she will choose another part. Again, I think it's good, because it's up to the person who creates the balance wheel to choose which part is important for him or for her. Okay, so I'm afraid that's all for me, and that's all about balance wheel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Petra. It's been really very interesting, your presentation, and also this balance wheel I was not aware of. I cannot see any questions from the audience at the moment. Let's see if anything is coming up. I would like just to say to the participants that there is a video coming later. Unfortunately, we were not able to upload it. Our colleague, Italian colleague Monica, has prepared a very nice presentation and has made a screencasting of it. So at the end of this recording, there will be, we are pasting we're pasting, so Nair has already pasted in the chat box the link to the video made by Monica, and also it will follow the recording.
Hello everybody, my name is Monica Giansanti. I work in Modena. I teach Italian language, history and geography to 11 to 14 years old pupils. First of all, let me apologize for not being here to learn with and from you. But as you know, these are very busy days at school, and at this moment I am in a meeting held to assign grades at the end of the school year. With this contribution, I would like to share with you my experience as a mentor, or better said, as a tutor for a new colleague. But above all, I'd like to reflect on some crucial aspects, weaknesses, strategies, and tools I have noticed during this course. I did this experience 2 years ago in 2015 with reference to the ministerial framework to pass the probationary period and become a teacher. As you can read in this short summary, the ministerial decree introduced a peer-to-peer enhancement based on a mutual observation. Shortly, this is what we did and how, according to what is required by the law. We planned activities that meant projecting a workshop on medieval history. We planned observation in class, but as we worked together in open classes, we could spend more than 12 hours in observation by doing. We reflected on weaknesses and strengths, trying to do better. The main aspects we faced, as the mentee Riccardo asked me, were the management of the class on strategical approaches to build working groups, and finally on the use of the digital tools in learning activities. We had interesting collaborative conversations on these issues, and I can say that they were friendly and trust-based. But on the other hand, they weren't structured. We taught during our 3 hours between classes and without any agenda. Moreover, the mentoring process was not documented at all, while the history workshop was well planned and well documented. At the end, I can say that the experience was very positive, but I would like to implement some aspects. I consider that the observation by doing was very efficient because it prevented any asset of authority and guaranteed a real problem-solving approach, as well as the creation of a true learning space where new perspectives and practices could be figured out. Finally, what I think it should be improved the next time is to pay more attention to introduce empathy during collaborative conversations, for example by keeping a shared empathic diary to record experiences, ideas, questions and solutions. Empathy can stimulate critical thinking and deeper comprehension, as active listening can do as well. Thank you for your attention. See you in the course. Bye-bye.
Nair, if you agree, I would like to say something about the MOOC and how it is proceeding. We are really very grateful and would like to thank all the participants on the course, not only the participants to this webinar tonight. The response is great. Some teachers are really working very hard. The quality of their contributions. I should say also that this is a bit of a surprise to many of us. I mean, the way that the MOOC started at the beginning, since it is a very specific one, the content is very specific. So some teachers were very surprised, and from their comments, going through each module, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I think Yeah, sorry. Go ahead,
so,
Anna.
It started very quiet, in a very quiet way in the beginning, and then the response grew up, and many teachers are now saying and writing posts on the social groups that it is a very inspiring course and a very revealing one, not only because of the quality of the materials and resources that have been shared and the tips and hints that they are giving us. At the beginning, some said that they enrolled just because of curiosity or because many of us are aficionados of EUN courses, so we like also meeting up again and meeting and gathering together with friends and colleagues from previous courses. But really it is interesting because it helps us reflect about what we have done. So the achievements that we have made throughout our career, and we look back to our beginnings, remember how difficult it was, how much we have struggled ourselves with tasks and issues like management and lesson planning and marking and assessment and other school obligations. And more and more, the teachers are becoming aware that nothing should be taken for granted, that helping, mentoring is not simply coaching, and that the beginning teachers really represent the future and that they need our support. But at the same time, mentoring, something we are getting aware throughout the course, mentoring is not only giving away, transferring our knowledge and experience to others, but it is also a great opportunity for ourselves to learn. Investing time in other people is like investing time in ourselves. This is what one of the participants shared with us over the week. So thank you very much to all teachers for their notable contributions.
Great, thank you, Anna. Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry, I had a problem with my audio. You can now switch on your camera if you want to say goodbye, the speaker. So, Anna, thank you very much for this last message. It was really, really nice. And indeed, we always say that our courses are as great as the teachers who are involved on the courses. So this is, of course, the reason. Yeah. So thank you very much for all your work.
And see you on the course. There's one more module to go, so please don't stand us up and participate. All right?
Participate in the question of the week, participate also in the course forum, Facebook group, and Twitter with the hashtag mentoring course. And if you have any problem while working in your development plan, please let us know. Take a screenshot if possible, so that we can later on take care of it. And I just, well, I don't know if the speakers they are still there, but I just want to give them one few seconds to say goodbye, and thank you very much to the speakers and to all the participants today. Thanks. Cristina, you want to say something?
Thank you very much. And I want to salute Petra. She is my partner in eTwinning, and it is the first time we saw each other.
Perfect.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, good. And Petra and Cornelia, I don't know if you want to say something?
I would like to say thank you, everyone, and it was a pleasure to be a part of this meeting. And hello, Cornelia. Hello, Christina. It was nice to meet you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Cornelia, you want to say something?
I will say something. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk to all the teachers who attended today the meeting. And I would like to thank to the Romanian teachers who wrote to me in the private chat and to assure them that I would help them anytime they would need. And I would like to salute everyone because I know a lot of teachers, participants here from eTwinning too, and I hope that we will meet together soon. And thank you for the course, it's very, very interesting.
Okay, thanks to everybody. Anna is saying thank you in the chat, but we want to thank you instead because, as mentioned before, if it was not for you, we wouldn't be here. So thank you very much for your work, and stay tuned to social media channels, Facebook group, Twitter, #MentorMOOC,
Yeah,
and see you soon, hopefully.
Take care and keep up the good job, everyone.
Keep up to. That's it. Thank you molto més. Gracias. Ciao, ciao. Grazie. Bye.
Ciao.